Hi, Andrew. It's nice to see you here today.
Yeah, it's great to be back with you.
Great. So Blackrock Silver presented at one of our GCFF conferences about 2 years ago. It's nice to have you back to give us an update. Could you kindly refresh our memories about your company?
Yeah, well, what a difference a few years make, because I think 2 years ago when I presented to you, we only had one discovery to talk about, and our story's changed quite a bit in just the last 6 months, maybe a year, because we've got 3 projects and we made new discoveries at every single one of them. Really, when you boil our story down, we're a high-grade silver and gold focused story in Nevada, who happened to make what looks to be a pretty big lithium discovery too. So we're firing on all cylinders. We've got 3 projects. We drilled 3 projects last year, and we made discoveries at all of them. All of them are at different stages of discovery. Our silver project in Tonopah, for example, we've taken that from first drill hole to maiden resource estimate. So we're actually backstopped now by high-grade ounces in the ground. Our lithium project right next door, it's actually a part of the same property. We made a discovery there last year searching for gold and silver, and instead we hit lithium in every drill hole. So we've got that going for us now. And to finish off last year, we made a brand new multi-ounce gold discovery in northern Nevada on what was likely going to be our last drill program ever at that project, because our silver project in Tonopah has taken up all of the spotlight. But my goodness, we made a discovery. It's very, very high grade. It's the highest grade discovery we've got now. And this year we're just putting our head down and looking to advance all 3 of them.
Sounds exciting. Now, can we start off by telling us a little bit more about your flagship project, which is the Tonopah West project? What did you achieve in this project, and what's your next planning for it?
Yeah, well, Tonopah is a really, really cool historic story, because the Tonopah Silver District is one of the largest and highest grade silver districts in all of North America, but it hadn't seen any work for about 100 years since production shut down in the, I guess, mid-1920s or early 1930s, when metals prices tanked. So we're the first group to go back in and consolidate that and bring drilling to it, really, since production shut down. So we started with really nothing in 2020, other than just some old maps of where the historic miners left off. And in about a year and a half of drilling, we've now established Tonopah as one of the highest grade undeveloped silver projects in the entire world. Beyond that, we're showing substantial resource expansion potential now, because last year's drilling focused on some massive step outs beyond where the resource left off. And we think this we're going to be able to add a whole lot of new tons to our next resource update once we can get some more drilling into it. So, I mean, Tonopah's the real deal, though. And within the first year of us drilling, we had First Majestic Silver come in as a strategic investor, not once, but twice. Within 2 years of our first drill hole, all of the excitement around the project and the resource we put out last year got us included into the SIL Silver Miners Index, the largest silver mining ETF in the world. So, we've got a lot of, technical credibility now, obviously from strategic and from getting included into a very, very, large ETF that has very, very small amount of holdings. So we're truly very excited by what we got there, and we're very looking forward to seeing that resource grow with more drilling.
Amazing. Now let's also talk about your Tonopah North project. So as you said, there are some lithium findings there. Can you tell us the significance of this recent development?
Yeah, well, what's really cool about Tonopah is it's halfway between Las Vegas and Reno, and there's the highway that connects Las Vegas to Reno cuts right across our property. Now, Tonopah's got a silver district, of high-grade silver district, that goes like this, east-west. But then it's got this really, really massive and emerging lithium belt, which cuts right across our property like this. So we've got this strategic crossroads where we've got high-grade gold and silver, and what's looking to be a very, very robust, large system of lithium right at the surface. So, we started drilling it last summer looking for gold and silver. We didn't hit any. Instead, we hit lithium in every drill hole. Within a matter of months, we had multiple lithium companies beating down our door to try and get a deal done on it. we did I guess, an option earn-in deal with a company who are going to come in, start spending their own money to advance the project forward, and effectively one day earn into a joint venture on it. So we don't actually have to do anything with the lithium project, but we'll be the beneficiary of a lot of news flow. In fact, our partner just released their first drill holes on the project, and they went back and confirmed our original discovery with core drill holes. Their drilling came back 40 to 85% higher than the original discovery holes they were twinning. So what we thought was a good discovery just turned into a really, really great one from a grade profile standpoint. There's more assays to come. So we'll have news flow probably in the next week or two with more drill results. And then our partner is going to be putting out a resource estimate on that, they say by the end of the year. So that'll be two projects we've taken from discovery to resource in a very, very short period of time. But obviously being exposed to silver and lithium in a jurisdiction like Nevada, I mean, we've got a very unique proposition to investors as we go forward and grow these deposits, because the world's getting to be a smaller place, and I think companies will want their own supply chains domestically. So we're showing size potential, and I think will be pretty compelling in the not too distant future.
Very interesting. I'm sure the investors feel the same way as well. So can you also talk about the Silver Cloud projects that you just mentioned? Can you share with us some details of the new bonanza-grade discovery?
Yeah, well, Silver Cloud's a grassroots project, but it's 45 square kilometers at the top of the Carlin Trend, which is the largest gold mining complex in the world right now. But it's right next door to that on the highest grade gold belt in Nevada, known as the Northern Nevada Rift. We're right next door to two of the highest grade gold mines in Nevada, primarily the Midas mine, which our discovery looks a lot like. So our initial drill hole up there, we hit a structure which we've now chased over 425 meters. Our drill hole was 70 grams gold, so 2 ounces gold, and 606 grams per ton silver over 1.5 meters. That's the same vein thickness that they were mining at the Midas mine. And Midas was one of the richest gold discoveries in all of Nevada 20 years ago. They produced 3 million ounces at over 30 grams per ton gold. We just hit 70 grams gold over 1.5 meters. So that's 105 gram meter gram meter gold discovery drill hole that we did there. It's looking like we've got a handle on where the structure is, and we're going back up to Silver Cloud in a matter of weeks to follow up on this high grade intercept. We know where the vein is, we know it's high grade, we know which way things are running. So we think that this program at Silver Cloud has a potential to really, really move the needle for us, because high grade sells in this market. This is where I think there's going to be lots of people watching this program.
Great. Now let's also dive into the financial aspects of your company. Recently, we have heard that you have completed a private placement at $4.38 million. How do you plan to use the proceeds?
Yeah, so we're going to use a good portion of that to go right up to Silver Cloud in a matter of a few weeks here, and try and follow up on that discovery. We want to show two things. One, the grade potential there, which we know is, that was the highest grade intercept we've ever had as a company. And that says a lot, because our Tonopah resource is literally the highest grade undeveloped silver resource out there in the world, or one of the top two. So yeah, we're going to go up with the drills. We've got drillers lined up. We're just waiting for the snow to melt a bit more there. But we'll be up there in a matter of weeks with an aim to do about 2,000 meters there. We're also going to be we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes at Tonopah right now. We're taking all the data that we've generated over the past 3 years. We're inputting it into the model. We're looking at things at how all our intercepts relate to each other, and we're going to be laying out a pretty substantial drill program based off of our new understanding there, with an aim to just add as many new ounces as we can. And as I said, we've already hit massive step out, so we already know the upside potential is there. We're just trying to figure out where we'll get the most bang for our buck in terms of filling in the I guess infill drilling, and also going back to that resource area that we put out and figuring out where some gaps are that we can fill in, so where 1 or 2 drill holes may bring back a lot of tons online very quickly. So You know, and as I said, we've also got drill results pending from our lithium. So you'll see activity at all three of our projects very, very shortly here, but we're sitting in a very good place because three different commodities, so gold, silver, lithium, three different discoveries, all at different stages. So we think we can make up a lot of ground here, especially if gold and silver, the markets for gold and silver start to rise like they should.
I see. That's great to hear. So, Andrew, my last question for you is that do you think Blackrock Silver is undervalued? If so, why?
Yeah, well, you know, I could say we're easily undervalued just based off our ounces in the ground at Tonopah, because all you have to do is look at our peer comps and how they're trading. And right now, you know, we're trading right in line with other high grade stories there. But then that doesn't factor in our lithium discovery, and it doesn't factor in a brand new multi-ounce gold discovery next door to, you know, two of the highest grade gold mines in Nevada. It also doesn't factor in all the upside potential that we've already locked in at Tonopah. So, you know, even without those other two projects, Tonopah, we're undervalued right now. And I think, you know, it's that leveraged nature. We're highly leveraged to the price of silver. I'll put it this way. The last time silver was $25 or $26 this time last year, or just maybe 13, 14 months ago, silver ounces in the ground were trading for more than twice what they're trading right now, about 2.5x of what they're trading. All other things being equal, you know, assuming just investors come back into the same level they were when silver was last at $25, we're poised to really, really re-rate without doing anything else. So we think we're highly levered to the price of silver and gold. I think the Fed is going to start laying off the most aggressive policy in 40 years. And I think, you know, we're staring down the perfect storm for precious metals investors. You know, leverage works both ways. When the market goes down, it's the exploration and resource stage development stories that get hit the hardest. But when the market comes back, they're the ones that are most highly levered. And we're showing so much value with what we've done fundamentally at the project level in just the past year that I think, yeah, there's tremendous value. We're trading for a third of the share price now than we were this time last year, before we had a resource at Tonopah, before we made a lithium discovery, and before we made our multi-ounce gold discovery at Silver Cloud. So yeah, we've got a long way to go once the market comes back in. But right now, we've got three really, really, really good projects.
Perfect. So that's all my questions for you today, Andrew. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you so much.